Well, the exit polls have predicted a big victory for the NDA. If you look at the NDTV poll of polls, the NDA is set to cross the 360 mark. In fact, most reliable pollsters tell you that the NDA is set to return with a thumping majority. The India bloc is placed at around 140 to 160. What are really the big takeaways? Where is the BJP gaining? Where is the BJP losing? Well, Maria Shakil joins us in studio. Maria, what are the big takeaways that these numbers seem to suggest?
So if these numbers hold, Vedant, as journalists, we have always been careful and cautious because these are exit poll numbers, not the actual results, which we'll be seeing also finally on 4th. If these numbers hold, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to return with a bigger mandate. He'll become the only Prime Minister in Indian political history to have bettered his numbers. So the BJP is not only holding on to the numbers that they won in 2019, which was around 303, they are also improving. The big message would be that Indian politics and analysts will need new lexicon. If it is about pre-incumbency, it was about pro-incumbency in 2019, then what will this incumbency or pro-incumbency be called? So perhaps a new language. Mr. Modi and his popularity remains intact. The big ideas of this election would certainly be that we have been talking about how the BJP is not really prepared to take on the regional players when they fought in the turf of regional players. Because if you look at Bengal in particular, Trinamool Congress versus BJP playing on ground, and the exit pollsters are predicting a number of 25 to 31. If that is the range, which essentially means that the BJP is prepared to take on also the regional players, be it RJD in the state of Bihar, because the exit polls are suggesting that they are in the upwards of 32, 34, which is almost closer to what were the results in 2019. And again in Uttar Pradesh, despite all the surround sound, the BJP seems to be doing really well, bettering its number of 2019. But again, in the look east policy seems to have worked in Odisha in particular, because numbers are surprising. Many pollsters are suggesting that the concern, of course, for the party would remain southern India. They may be improving their vote tally, although none of the pollsters have suggested or released the vote share. But in terms of translation of seats, there is not much of a surprise either in Kerala or in Tamil Nadu.
And Mara, you have used a very interesting term, and you have used it through this election, the catchment areas of the BJP. You talk a great deal about that. You know, whether it's the Hindi heartland, the Modi wave continues in the Hindi heartland, but it's really the catchment areas where the BJP seems to be gaining a great deal as well. Of course, all those health warnings that these are just exit polls, but if these numbers are to be believed, those catchment areas will be key for the BJP this time around.
Yes, and the catchment areas were identified by the BJP not 3 months before the elections, but they started working on it 5 years in advance. So they realized much before 2024 polls that the Hindi belt and the North India had maxed. So they were looking at regions where Mr. Modi's popularity could be converted into electoral gains. Look, Vedant, I have been traveling to several parts of India. When I took that long train journey from Delhi to Trivandrum, the train crossed multiple states, and most of these were southern states, Andhra Pradesh to Telangana to Tamil Nadu to Kerala. One thing that I did sense was a great degree of acceptability of Prime Minister Modi. Whether it may not translate into immediate electoral gains for the BJP, but certainly in these states also the BJP is sending a message that they are entering as a player. If in completely different politics that we have seen of Andhra Pradesh, YSRCP, most pollsters are predicting complete rout for it. The BJP went for an alliance with the TDP and the Janasena. They were a junior partner in that alliance. They know that they do not really have much footprints in the state of Andhra Pradesh. They accepted their position there, and the pollsters are predicting that the NDA is going to make substantive gains, almost close to 20 seats in that state.